Everybody, welcome back to another awesome podcast on Match Grade Podcast. We have, well, I'll start it off this way. We have an episode that is going to entertain you, but also frustrate you at the same time in a way. And we'll just say. I like that game show. Are you smarter than a 4-year-old or whatever it was, or a 10-year-old?
Yep.
Are you smarter than our elected officials when it comes to guns?
The answer is probably going to be yes. But how much smarter? We're about to find out.
Yeah.
So, guys, we are going to look at a couple of clips. These are all public domain and out there, and these are our elected officials.
And they're true.
And they are true.
Elected officials, God, just don't call them leaders.
Yeah. Some from areas that you might know, some from less areas that you might know. So we'll play the clip, we'll give you our reactions, and maybe you guys will kind of know where we're going with this, and maybe you guys will gain some knowledge as well. Check it out. We are going to go straight into number 1.
You'll no longer sell handguns that can be converted into semi-automatic machines able to fire 1,200 rounds a minute. Not here, not in New York.
And that's what you've got, an idiot sandwich.
So, you know what's funny is you can tell by watching the video clip, she has no idea what she's talking about.
I think she has no idea what she's talking about a couple of times in that very short clip. So let's unpack it a little.
Yeah.
First thing she said is no longer, she's targeting, going after gun manufacturers, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll no longer be able to sell handguns that will be converted into semi-auto.
Okay, let's stop with that one there. Well, it's already a semi-auto.
Okay.
I in the end, I really hope that somebody on the other side of this isn't going to watch this for research and trying to figure out, okay, what are we getting wrong? But honestly, she just has no idea, number one, what she's doing in life anyways, but number two, what she's talking about here. It's just obvious, and she's just regurgitating bullet points.
So let's go to the next part. Converted into semi-auto machines that can, I think she said 1,200?
1,200 rounds a minute.
1,200 rounds a minute.
What is it? Holy cow.
So in case, because that's just a big number for most of our audience listeners, in case you didn't know, 1,200 rounds a minute is about the speed of a World War II German MG-42.
Don't they call it the buzzsaw?
The buzzsaw.
Oh my God, yes.
And even in World War II, you could not fire that for more than a couple seconds without melting the barrel.
Yeah, short burst stuff. They didn't have the tech we do nowadays. But holy cow, 1,200 rounds a minute.
But
that's a lot.
I would say it's safe to say gun manufacturers are fine, because I don't think any of their guns can be converted into a 1,200 round per minute semi-auto machine. But it also goes to kind of say, okay, so you're going to blame the manufacturers for something somebody else might do.
If I took my Honda car and modified it so it could go really, really fast, and the police can't catch me,
they're going to go after Honda, clearly.
So apparently by her logic, they're going to have to go after Honda because I modified the car, because they made it so that I could modify it.
Police cars are only factory tuned. Can do better than 180K, they can't catch you. So they don't even try.
All right, guys, so that was clip 1.
That's one.
Starting off strong, let's check out the next one.
This is a ghost gun. This right here has ability with a .30 caliber clip to disperse with 30 bullets within half a second. 30 magazine clip in half a second.
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't think I really understood what he was saying. There were a lot of numbers just being thrown out there.
What? I I don't even know the words to repeat on this one.
So I got the transcript for this one. It's describing a 30 caliber clip with the ability to disperse 30 magazine clip in half a second is his exact words.
So, you know, here's the funny part. He says this with such conviction so that people think he knows what he's talking about. And it's obvious this guy, you know, he's holding up an AR-15 style. All right, it's a little bit different. It's got some different features, it looks like, but he's holding up an AR-15. Okay, he's talking about maybe a 30-round magazine, but really, he likes that 30, right? 30 caliber clip, 30 bullets, or 30 in a half a second. Again, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with a 30 caliber. Well, there's plenty wrong with a 30 caliber.
30 caliber.
Out of that gun. There are 30 caliber clips, absolutely.
Yeah, but not in that gun.
Not in that gun.
You know, 30-round mag, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. And then he goes to say it is capable of dispersing, which nobody in the gun world, everybody ever uses the word dispersing.
You know, I'm kind of a fan of using, you know, in the English language, using the right words for the right meanings. Yeah. I would have probably used the word dispense.
Oh, sure. Even that sounds way too, you know.
Here's a better word: shoot.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give him any tips.
Yeah. And then he goes further to say, with the ability to disperse 30 magazine clips in half a second. Huh?
Right? He's just lumping words together to make it sound like something.
Like sound bites, as if it sounds smart. Mm-hmm. Even if I were to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's trying to say 30 rounds in half a second. All right, let's unpack that. 30 rounds in half a second is 3,600 rounds a minute.
Is there anything that's capable of that?
No.
What about like the Dillon minigun? What's its top end?
Even the minigun can only shoot 1,800, 2,000 rounds.
Yeah.
A minute or so.
3,600? Oh my God.
And that's a crew served weapon, you know?
Well, yeah.
What he's holding is not.
This is a ghost gun.
You know, if somebody could just throw the ICBS card down during these press conferences and go, no, where's your proof? Yeah. I want to see scientific numbers and proof that this gun is capable of what you claim.
So, guys, in conclusion, look out for the ghost guns that are capable of 3,600 rounds per minute. And if you know where to get one, please let us know down in the comments.
You know what? Yeah, that's right. He said it was a ghost gun. But if we could see it, is it really a ghost gun?
Spooky.
A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
You know, all the ballistic research I've done, all the ballistic tests I've seen, I'm pretty sure, you know, short of maybe, I don't know, a 50 BMG, I haven't seen lungs get blown out of bodies or what would equate to the pressure and the force to do that.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see the later clip about the 50 BMG and, you know, what disintegrates. But anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, guys,
blows the lung right out of the body. Now that was a few years ago, and everybody ran with it. Everybody had some fun with it. But you got to remember, this is the talking points and what they believe.
A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
I don't know how it's physically possible. Like from the front,
it's like it puts a little hole in the middle and usually a little bit bigger hole in the back if it does penetrate an exit. But it's not like in an airplane where a little hole and somebody gets sucked out the little hole due to the pressure.
This is not Alien, guys, or, you know, like weird Air Force One clips.
Oh, God. And you know what? And the funny thing is they got a soundbite and they ran with it, and all of a sudden 9mm were lung blowers. They were just They were, oh my God, people were afraid of them. And then after a little while, rationale took over.
Yeah. 9mm sales went up for a really
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
People were buying those lung blowers all over the place.
And then people wanted returns because I guess they were not capable of blowing lungs out.
Said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here or walk out, put that double barrel shotgun and fire 2 blasts.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know what to say.
Did this president just say you should commit what could potentially in most states of the United States be a crime?
A felony?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or just, we'll go this way, something extremely reckless. Now, I know people bastardize this, and I remember hearing it slightly different. So it might have been one of those, little effects about the more you hear it, the more it becomes, right? But we just heard it. He said, go outside on the balcony or on the porch and fire 2 blasts. He didn't say in the air. He just said fire 2 blasts. So, okay. Now, number one, that's dumb.
Now you have an empty gun. Congratulations.
Number 2, it's dumb.
You can't just walk out and fire a gun in the air because you think somebody's coming in or you hear somebody. I don't know if that's what he was trying.
Yeah.
In worst case scenario, that's menacing, and best case scenario, that's assault.
I guess it's depending on who's looking at this thing. That's just if you haven't figured it out by now, that is probably up there in the list of the stupidest, dumbass things to do. And people look up to these people as role models.
We have federal regulations and state laws that prohibit hunting ducks with more than 3 rounds, and yet it's legal to hunt humans with 15-round, 30-round, even 150-round magazines.
No, it's not. It is not legal to hunt humans. Please don't do that. No.
We don't have to put a legal disclaimer out here. Just got anything you hear in the videos we're sharing, just do the opposite.
Yeah, just
don't eat. It's no good.
No, guys.
No good.
That's enough for this one.
I've held an AR-15 in my hand. I wish I had it. It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving. And the bullet that is utilized, a 50 caliber, these kinds of bullets, need to be licensed and do not need to be on the streets.
What kind of moving boxes is she using? Like, that's what I want to know. Like,
I don't know. In my opinion, it's probably like little boxes, like 10 of them, like, that weigh maybe a couple pounds total.
5-6 pounds?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe she's talking about the moving boxes before you put anything in them.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
They're all folded
Maybe.
up. Like,
Yeah.
10 of them. Could
It's
be a
as
couple pounds.
heavy as 10 boxes that you would be like moving. I like how she says, I've held an AR-15 and I wish I hadn't. Well, in some ways, we wish you didn't either.
Kind of.
Right? But it weighs like 10 boxes. What the heck did she hold on to? A freaking saw?
She was talking about a 50 cal bullet, which, guys, an AR-15 doesn't shoot a 50 cal.
No.
They do have AR platforms that do shoot 50s.
Well, yeah.
Usually called AR-50s. They look very different than your handheld, small ARs. So maybe she held that. Maybe.
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I'm not going to assume anything. Like, I assume that she's a representative from the state of Texas. You would think that a representative from the state of Texas would know a little more about guns, but she doesn't. So again, that doesn't work. Wow. And again, they stand up there to give these sound bites, and they act as if they are the expert when they talk about this. I've held one. It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you would move, and it shoots a 50 caliber bullet. Those things need to be licensed. And I'm like, really? Honestly, I think our representatives need to be licensed.
Yeah.
And they have to have limits. Like, they can only say 10 words. and they, in order to leave the house, they have to be background checked every time and screened for psychological issues. And they need insurance. Wow. When that mouth opens, it's amazing what comes out of that one.
So guys, we want to know in the comments, how much do your moving boxes weigh? And how much do your ARs weigh? If you have it.
There we go.
Exit wounds can be a foot wide. The victim is oftentimes, when they're shot in the head, their skulls explode. Arms and legs disintegrate and turn to dust.
My skull just exploded from the idiocy coming out of her.
Yeah. Didn't you have a doctor friend that you talked about ballistics?
Yeah.
With about this exact subject?
Oh yeah, yeah. He actually has. It was Dr. Paul Maurer. He did a lot of ballistics research. It was more of a study, personal study he did, but he did a lot of lectures, and he actually had one on the JFK assassination. And he talked about the fact that what he got hit with was a little more substantial than the 223 coming out of an AR-15, and it only peeled part of his skull away. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details, but number one, his head did not explode, his arms did not vaporize and turn to dust,
and there was no foot-long exit wound, nothing like that, right?
I don't know if she's trying to describe a Star Trek phaser. Or, somebody getting hit by a tank round?
World War I anti-tank cartridge. Anti-tank? Had the bullets custom cast from solid bronze.
Holy cow. What? Again, I'm still amazed at where these people get their bullet points from.
Bullet points.
See what I did there?
It's weapons that go through walls in some instances, armory that officers wear. It's the availability of a double barrel magazine, extended clips.
Oh my God. That was awesome. That was awesome. Sorry for the oh God. I had to laugh at the just sheer audacity of that one.
Yep.
Oh my God. Double barreled magazine clips?
Extended clips, something.
What?
I don't even know what that would look like.
Guys, we had to play that one like 3 times when we were watching it ourselves. Holy cow. They just throw those words out and try to make a sentence out of them, so they're scary. Oh my God. Weapons that go through walls. No, it's the bullets and projectiles that go through walls, but hey, whatever. Unless you
wait, those ghost guns,
it's the ghost guns.
To get through walls.
The ghost guns, because they have no substance. There's no corporeal substance,
exactly,
right? Okay, good. Now I understand. No, I don't.
And these ideas are not new. This study was published nearly 20 years ago. Yet technology like fingerprint scanners or bracelets with radio frequency identifiers are nowhere near the standard for firearms.
She watched James Bond. Like, she had a marathon of James Bond for this, because I know they did it in that.
Oh yeah, they had the, you grip it and bloop, 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 the lights.
The sequencer gun.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Now, nobody can use the gun but you.
Good luck with that.
My question is, what if I forget to charge my RFID bracelet?
Or what if I get to charge my awesome gun?
Yeah.
That
Make sure to plug it in.
Yeah, you gotta plug the USB into the darn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you know what? I want fingerprint scanners and technology on her mouth. So she can't open it unless somebody else does the right fingerprint combo, and then she can only speak
what she's gonna say.
Yeah. You have to clear what you're gonna say ahead of time. You have to say it in 10 words or less, and then shut up.
Stabilizing brace, which is depicted here, when attached here, it turns this weapon into an automatic weapon. It becomes a bump stock. And so it will allow that to essentially be fired like an automatic weapon. That's the danger. It's so...
It's a piece of plastic, dude. Just get over it.
Oh my God. You put a stabilizing brace on an AR and it turns it into a fully automatic machine gun.
Again, where can we get these things? Like, I don't know, where these are sellable. Like,
there's now from the stabilizing braces I've seen, they don't have any kind of springy thing in there that allows the gun to rotate around and make it. I know what a bump stock is, right? Hopefully most people watching this know what a bump stock is.
He doesn't.
Well, he didn't. He's not watching our videos. But, and hopefully people also know what a stabilizer brace is. Just the words stabilizer brace. It's meant to what? Anchor things, right? To keep it stable, not to have it bouncing around and moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, everybody, I hope you were entertained. Not too frustrated, but entertained with this. It is entertaining and frustrating to watch some of this because, like personally, I've gotten involved in the gun rights fight, very deeply. I've donated large sums of money to causes to further lawsuits and to support places like Firearms Policy Coalition, Gun Owners of America, New York State Rifle and Pistol. I've donated to this stuff. Right? I've put my money where my mouth is, and I've gotten active in doing a lot of work. And still, we have to face stuff like this. But in the end, this video was meant kind of an eye opener, right? Kind of as let's poke some fun at the politicians that are making decisions that are probably making decisions without all of the info or the correct info. And, just let's make some fun out of it to take some of the power away from it. So, Ed, anything you'd like to add to this one?
I would just say whenever, don't take things for granted, guys. Get a little bit of education, and that goes for every topic. Not just firearms and firearms law, but don't take every politician's word as gospel. Like, do your homework. Do a little bit of research. Do a little bit of background, gain a little bit of knowledge, and make an informed decision. And guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so you can keep on keeping on with all our videos. Check out our Patreon, become a free member, and see exclusive content.
There we go. We'd like to have you guys. Other than that, see you in the next one.